Your bite-sized daily roundup of the biggest news from the world of film. This is the Daily Reel with Van Connor.
Good morning, it's Monday and it's the 17th of May. Birthday to British comedy royalty Paul Whitehouse, Nikki Reed, Craig Ferguson and Nine Inch Nails frontman turned Academy Award-winning composer Trent Reznor. Today in 1991 saw the release of the Bill Murray comedy What About Bob? Well, it was 2 years ago today that John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum blasted its way into cinemas. But today in 2021, here's what's happening. Logan's Boyd Holbrook and Black Panther's Shawnette Renee Wilson have joined the cast of Indiana Jones 5. The sequel, which will once again be led by 78-year-old Harrison Ford as the eponymous swashbuckling archaeologist, will also feature a returning John Rhys Davies alongside franchise newcomers Phoebe Waller-Bridge and Mads Mikkelsen. The plot is, as you can imagine, completely under wraps, alongside exactly who the new cast members will be. The director of Logan, James Mangold, will also helm Indiana Jones 5, which is expected to begin shooting in earnest this summer. It's penciled in to hit cinemas on the 29th of July next year, with some reports saying we can expect more details from Lucasfilm in their end-of-year sizzle show.
As I live and breathe, the Wolverine. And he's a junkie now. Who the f*** are you?
Pulp Fiction stars Bruce Willis and John Travolta will reunite on screen for the first time in 27 years, having both signed on to the master director Chuck Russell's Paradise City. The action picture will follow Willis as a loose cannon bounty hunter on a path of vengeance through the Hawaiian crime world, determined to murder Travolta's kingpin, the man who took the life of his father. The pair will be joined by Thai actress and model Priya Lundberg, and shooting will commence from today in Maui. Paradise City is presently without a release date. Old men in action thrillers, Russell Crowe has signed on to square off with Runaway Jury and Kiss the Girls director Gary Fleder's Poker Face. Crowe, who's been scarce since the surprisingly successful, albeit controversial road rage thriller Unhinged, will play a tech billionaire named Jake. A gifted player of games and a devious schemer, he puts into action a plan to bring justice to his childhood friends within the confines of a high-stakes game of Texas Hold'em. A plan that's entirely derailed by a murderous home invader. Expect the first Purge movie crossed with Game Night, presumably borrowing the latter's twist ending, and you're likely most of the way there. The other cast slots will be filled shortly, but Poker Face is currently awaiting a release window.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the North, general of the Felix Legions, loyal servant to the true emperor, Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.
And finally, you may remember last week we brought you the story of Flamin Hot, Eva Longoria's forthcoming directorial debut. The movie will be a dramatic retelling of the unbelievable true story of a Mexican-American janitor at the Frito-Lay factory, who was responsible for pitching and creating Flamin Hot Cheetos. Well, there's a reason the story might sound unbelievable, as Frito-Lay themselves have now thrown a spanner into the film's works, calling ex-janitor Richard Montañez's story a, quote, urban legend. In a statement, the company said, "None of our records show that Richard was involved in any capacity. We value Richard's many contributions to our company, but we do not credit the creation of Flamin' Hot Cheetos to him." The company actually credits Lynn Greenfeld, a junior executive at their Texas corporate office, for coming up with the idea. There is dispute, however, as another Frito-Lay executive, Al Carey, insists proudly that it was Montañez who pitched the snack after all employees were encouraged to take a more active role. Whether or not Longoria's feature will address Frito-Lay at whitewashing their history or perhaps the dubiousness of Montañez's claim is yet to be seen. Either way, Flamin' Hot will star Jesse Garcia and Annie Gonzalez and is currently awaiting a production schedule.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos, anyone?
Flamin' Hot Cheetos, so hot, careful where you eat them.
UK cinemas officially reopened from today, with the initial wave of new releases including the dystopian ensemble Undergods, horror tale The Unholy, Chinese drama The Lady in the Portrait, the Best Actor nominated Sound of Metal, family sequel Peter Rabbit 2, this year's Best Picture Nomadland, the mysterious Saw spin-off Spiral, the animated Maya the Bee 3 The Golden Orb, documentary A Space in Time, and the Angelina Jolie thriller Those Who Wish Me Dead. On streaming, Shudder today are adding The Funeral Home and I Trap the Devil, Mubi's getting Claude Sauté's The Things of Life, and Sweeney Todd the Demon Barber of Fleet Street comes to Amazon Prime. Movies on Freeview today include The Imitation Game and Mission Impossible Fallout on Film 4, The Taking of Pelham 123 and Swordfish on the Paramount Network, Sinister on the Horror Channel, The Mechanic on Sony Movies, and on ITV4 there's Rambo 3 and Zero Dark 30. While the Sky Cinema and Now premiere today is the animated family comedy The Wacky Hen. That was the Daily Reel for Monday, May 17th. Keep it cinematic and we'll see you tomorrow.
The Daily Reel is a Candystore production, presented by Van Connor and written by Calvin Prickett. All information is correct at the time of writing, and source links are in the description for each episode. Don't forget to rate, review and subscribe on all good podcast platforms, or ask Alexa to install the Daily Reel skill for your morning flash briefing. Follow the show on social at Daily Reel Pod, and we'll be back every weekday. Until then, keep it cinematic.